And that is just an excellent record. 32 the average strike rate, even better, 142. He is a super player. So we're just about set here. 6 overs, of course, is the power play overs. Just 2 players allowed outside the inner circle. Don't have to have catches. There is one in place, one at slip. Plenty of confidence then in this England side, having won the ODI series, lost the first game, won the last 2. Lots of good performances. West Indies, on the other hand, need a win. Had some indifferent form in all forms of one-day cricket of late.
Batsman.
So these first 6 overs will be absolutely crucial. As I say, slip in place, just 2 allowed outside the inner circle, and it'll be Stuart Broad to get us off and running.
Gentlemen, play.
What a start! What a start! Give yourself a moment to get in. First ball 6 gone.
Well, that's the way Dwayne Smith goes. This is his home ground. He knows he can trust the bounce. You'd have thought he might have just waited to have a look first, but he's confident enough. It wasn't that short, but he was into the shot in a flash, and has occasioned a replacement ball after just one delivery. The ball can't be found.
Right, pressure now on Broad. That's better. Ironic cheers. You were out doing a pitch report for us. What do you make of the pitch, Douche?
Oh, I think it's a good one. You won't have any problems with the bounce here. It'll come onto the bat a bit more. It's a hard surface, and it's very even. So the last thing they'll have to worry about is vagaries in bounce. You'll be able to hit through the line. And as Dwayne Smith has showed you, anything that's fractionally short can go.
That'll go as well. That will go for 4 because fine leg is quite square because of the nature of the pitch. That's a great start.
Small ground, fast outfield. And this is just offline.
Yep, good pace of pitch, excellent pitch. And England have gone in with a seam attack, just one spinner, James Treadwell. Gone again, and it will go for 4. Third boundary the over.
Well, he's come out very positive, has Dwayne Smith. The kind of player that if he sticks around, he can do some damage. And again, Broad just fractionally short. Very little margin for error. The bounce is good. Smith into the shot. Didn't try to hit it too square. In for wideish mid-wicket. And see, look at how balanced he is. Very, very stable, very balanced. And made it look very easy.
Make that 4. Again, 4th boundary of the over, just a fraction too full, a fraction too wide. This is a really good pitch.
This is what you would expect from Chris Gayle. And he hasn't touched the ball yet, hasn't even faced one. Dwayne Smith is on the go. That wasn't really pitched up. And because he could trust the bounce and the pace, just hit straight through the line of it, opened the face, and away it went.
Yeah, he's got a choice to make here. He's got a third man. He can only have 2 outside. He keeps his third man, brings him up. Oh, and that's exactly what Stuart Broad didn't need. Front foot no ball, I think, so it will be a free hit. And the pressure just telling on the England captain, yeah, free hit. So what a start this has been for the West Indies.
Yes, that's well over. No question about that. Maybe just striving for that extra yard of pace, Stuart Broad. It's been a great over for the West Indies. 19 from it so far. Last ball.
Yeah, I can't change the field, same batsman, but they have gone back on to the edge of the ring. Now then, will he get away with that? Yes, just. Expensive start then for England. 19 for no wicket. This will be a real test for Jade Dernbach. Jade Dernbach, that might have just raised a few eyebrows, the Jade Dernbach selection, but he's an opportunity here. Chris Jordan, we understand, is fit, not picked. So an opportunity again for Dernbach up against Gale. There you go, indication of what Jeff Dujon was saying. Good pace in the surface, good carry. It's really important, isn't it, for West Indies that Gale gets a score here, gets time at the crease. He hasn't played for the best part of 3 months. Played 1 game. So important for the West Indies' chances moving forward in the next week or so that he gets some form. Beauty, absolute beauty. A little bit of swing.
And I dare say that may have been a slightly quicker delivery as well. Got it right up there. You're better off bowling too far up to Chris Gayle than too short. Early on, if it's swinging, that's an area where he can be vulnerable. Full and coming back in.
Average first innings score on this ground is 160. And so West Indies are well on their way to that now. Side that's won the toss in the last 13 games, or side batting first in the last 13 games, international games, has won. So no hesitation from Darren Sammy to bat first. Now then, Wayne Smith on strike. Slip in place.
He's getting a little bit of shape, this Dernbach. Steady seam, and he's just getting the ball to move a little bit away from the right-hander. So I'm get 2 to come in to Chris Gayle. And he's pretty brisk pace as well.
Yeah, it was expensive in the West Indies. 3 games he played there, 1 for 50 from 4, 0 for 42 from 3, and 0 for 49 from 4. So he's got work to do here, Dernbach. Beautifully played. Just lent on it really again. Good pitch, good timing.
Well, here's the thing. The margin for error is so small because the ball is coming onto the bat. The batsman can hit through the line of the ball. So it's very, very difficult for bowlers to know where to pitch it. I don't think that length is a good idea here. I think you got to be brave and try to get it nice and full.
It's a good over though. He'll take that. Just 5 from his first, 24 for no wicket.
It's all cricket with ball by 4 party fans. The first T20 between the West Indies and England.
So Stuart Broad out of the attack, Tim Breslin in. See this quite a bit in the World T20, just over spells, rotating, don't let the batsman settle. Now, will Breslin get the ball to swing? We saw some swing from Dernbach. Two men outer at deep square on the leg side, and third man.
Well, the start has been so good from Smith that Gale can afford to have a look. Doesn't really have to go full bore immediately. He's been out of the game for a while, so being able to just see a few go past, judge the length, judge the pace and the bounce will do him good. It's not a bad delivery from Breslin, short but straight on the body. A little later on in the innings, he'll think about pulling that. But there's a man at deep square leg. He's got to be aware of that man.
Oh, gets lucky. Gets lucky, aiming leg side. Just the leading edge could so easily have gone to mid-off.
Yes, he wanted to nudge this into the onside, didn't he? He was always going across him. Lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, just not quite in sync, is he, at the moment? You see his footwork isn't quite as he'd like. It's been a while since he's been at the crease on a consistent basis. There you can just see no real footwork. It's a flap really in the end.
It's a good ball from Breslin too. Kept it close to him. Didn't really give him the use of the arms there.
It's good from Breslin. What's going through his mind, Douche? He's been out of cricket for a while. He knows the side needs to get off to a good start, and he also needs to know, or needs to spend some time in the middle.
I think he'd like to get one in the middle of the bat. And this has been an excellent over from Breslin. 5 gone, no runs so far, and there'll be just the one. Excellent over. End of the third is 25 without loss.
Gets lucky, just out of sync. This could so easily have gone to either mid-on or mid-off. Again, more swing for Dernbach.
Another educated leading edge from Chris Gale. Nice stiff seam. Just closed the face too early.
That's a good start though from Dernbach. It's a lot of criticism about trying to bowl too many different variations. He's just settled on bowling length with a little bit of swing. This time a little bit shorter and goes for 4. Outfield is very quick here.
He loves anything even fractionally short. And playing on his home turf, he knows just how much it's going to bounce. Gets down with that one, but stays over the top of it. Nice controlled shot in the end from Dwayne Smith.
Yeah, change now. Deep square goes out. That's what I thought of Stuart Broad's first over. Third man now comes up, so a lot of cover on the leg side. Deep square, deep mid wicket, and that just gives him a little bit of length variation. If he is slightly short, he's got a bit of cover now on the leg side. It's good, very good from Dernbach. Of course, it's a lovely ground now, isn't it? Beautiful ground. Redevelopment, of course, for the 2007 World Cup. Stunning venue. You can see Jeff Dujon thinks they should be slightly fuller. I'm pretty happy with the length there. Good length with a little bit of swing.
Well, that good length, I've seen a lot of boundaries from that good length.
Yeah, that's where you want to be.
I reckon that is a slightly fuller than good length. But it's such a good surface. This is the thing. You know, you've seen Smith in particular hit through the line of the ball, pick up balls that haven't been that short because he can trust the bounce. That's a leg by. Seems prepared to wait, Chris Gayle. I haven't really seen him try to launch at anything yet. He wants to spend some time, just have a look. Dwayne Smith is giving him that opportunity. Very important for the West Indies that he starts to fire again, Chris Gayle.
Good, very good from Dernbach. 4 gone, 32 for no wicket. Gone. Just a little bit too short. Maybe now Gayle feels he has to go.
Yes, he wanted something like that, was looking something like that. Played a pretty controlled shot in the end. Didn't really get to extend his arms through it, but it's a powerful man. And when he's in good nick, he would have hit that for 6.
Oh, powered down the ground. That's more like it. Chris Gayle.
Well, he's figured now he's had enough of this, and Chris Gayle now starts to do what Chris Gayle does. Came down the track to that and really smashed it. And Bresnan will be lucky to not have been in the line of that.
Yeah, I'm having a long chat with the captain here. They've just got to try and decide what length he wants to bowl. Does he need a bit more cover? He's still got third man in place, man at deep square. Good, excellent from Broad. Fielding has been good in the one-day series.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get around, did Stuart Broad.
He spent some time looking after that, hasn't he? It's been groomed for many a year.
And yes, you can see that he's proud of it.
Beauty, absolute beauty. Gale back to his best.
Well, it's on now. He's had enough of a look, as Chris Gale. This one pitches right in his wheelhouse.
Well, this is where England need to just sharpen up a little bit. Quite clearly that chat between the captain and the bowler was to bowl full, because the last 3 balls have been full. If you're going to bowl full, you need a man back. Now he's done it. Long on his back, and third man has come up. Good bowling, follows Gale. Well, it's just cost them a couple of boundaries.
This is 2 balls ago. That's Chris Gale's wheelhouse. He just can clear that front foot and send those arms straight down the line.
Good finish to the over then. Expensive one though. 13 runs from it. 5 gone, 45 for no wicket. Great venue, isn't it? Great idea as well. Play 3 games in the same ground so that fans and spectators can come and settle in Barbados, get in a nice hotel or whatever. Make Barbados their home for a week and see 3 games. Sunday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. 3 matches here. Lots of England fans, lots of Barmy Army. Changes again. Stokes into the attack for the first time. Still he's off to an excellent start. 45 for no wicket. We have a change now up here. Ian Bishop, David Lloyd.
More pace, change of bowling. And Ben Stokes, they got off to a flyer, West Indies. 8 4s and 1 6. Fabulous pitch. Not a big boundary. I think we're in for some runs. 86 miles an hour, Ben Stokes. Oh, there's another. That's coming our way. It's not come down yet. Air time.
Chris Gale has taken a few sighters to get into some rhythm. And it's the sort of pitch we've heard the commentators saying that before. You've really got to change up your pace and your length in order to be successful here, because batsmen can hit through the line so easily.
Sets himself again and heaves into the leg side. It's a long chase, ball wins. Could be brutal, this. A pair of them have got off. Smith is 27 from 15. Gale's had a couple of sighters, but he's an immense character. Throws his body away to the leg side. Same shot. And watch the position he gets in. There's no thought in his mind that we can rotate the strike, let's get a single. Both of these are looking for boundaries.
It was a good attempt in terms of delivery, though. I would assume that he was trying to get the Yorker in. It was a little bit short of that. But with a number of boundaries, 9 4s and 2 6s, the Yorker is a good option to mix things up.
Well, it's what they practiced before this game started, England. All the quick bowlers had got the markers down. There was no batsman. That's the key. This is real time. There's a batsman stood there, and a very good one. But they repeatedly, the quick bowlers, got the Yorkers in practice.
And I think Stokes got away with that last ball. There's no third man, so he can't give any width outside the off stump.
Well, 2 dot balls there. That's good from Ben Stokes. He's gone for 11. 56 without loss. End of the power play. 6 overs. It's been made. That was the first ball out to the ground. Lost that ball. We got a new one. Smith and Gale were on the charge. Just had a couple of sighters, Chris Gale, but quickly into his stride. He is an enormous man. Look at the power. 9 4s and 2 6s. 56 without loss. 6 overs gone. England with another change. Ravi Bopara. Just have a look at this batting lineup. Marlon Samuels in next. Lendl Simmons played well. Bravo rammed in. Sammy. Again, that's a good engine room, is that. Andre Russell could smack it. Narayan likes to give it a go. And then you've got the sump, the last 2. Ravi Bopara. He will know that they're coming after him. He's just a medium pacer. What depends on the keeper here. Where does the keeper stand? They'd expect him to stand up to the stumps, Joss Buckley.
Just looking at Ravi Bopara before the game started, when he was bowling in the warm-ups, he took a lot of pace off the ball at times, a lot of slower deliveries.
He starts with a slowie. They've got to be very thoughtful. They've got to be clever medium pacers in this game. It's 20 overs. Medium pacers come on, and batsmen are thinking, I'm going to hit him full distance. So that change of pace is absolutely vital. So he can't change up. So he's got to change down in pace. Try to keep the batsman stuck into the creases with a wicket keeper up. Very defensive this, it's got to be. And just 4 fielders inside the circle. I can't see one on the leg side. Where are they on the leg side? Well, they're in the stand somewhere. Oh, he's bowled him. It's a medium pacer that does it. Little bit backer. Might keep a little bit low. Full straight gone.
Your lines have got to be very good here at the start. You've got to be as tight into that off stump as possible. This is a genuine seam-up delivery. It's not the slow ball, and it's nipped back between bat and pad. It's a good start for the West Indies, though, given by Smith. 27 to him, 57 for 1.
Couple of cool guys at the crease now. Marlon Samuels in at 3, dangerous. Excellent start from Ravi Bopara. Field changes again. Stuart Broad just getting his personnel in the right place. Jay Dernbach drops out to deep backward square leg. Owen Morgan in his usual place, just backward point inside the circle. it feels quick enough, and no impression from Bresnan. It's another 4.
Good start for Marlon Samuels. Important for him that he gets into momentum straight away. Like to see this from down the line because it's width again on it, is it? Yeah, that width at this stage of the innings is something you don't want to err too much on. Ravi knows it.
Better straight it. Use the breeze, Ravi Bopara, with a wicket. It's a ball that just drifts in from the offside, coming into leg. Just clips the bails. Bail trimmer. He's done it again. He's looking to play that ball into the leg side. He gets a thick outside edge. It just drops into the offside.
Come on, boy!
Excellent over from Bopara. 7 from it, a wicket, 63 for 1. He's got to think at a spin coming into the attack. It'll be sooner rather than later. James Treadwell going through his mind. Off spin, just gentle off spin. It's not a big boundary, isn't there? It's good luck.
One of the things you will say, David Lloyd, is the end from which Treadwell is coming on. You want to get Samuels in particular hitting into the wind towards the scoreboard side, towards the eastern side of the ground. And for Chris Gayle, if he wants to go to the opposite side, he's got to hit against anticipated spin. So certainly they've got the end right for Treadwell. That is the theory.
Nice start. I don't think you'll see too many of those shots. Look at Marlon Samuels, he's just winding up there at the non-striking end. Oh, he's advancing down the pitch now, good bowling.
Come on, boy.
There's a biggie coming. Down the leg side from around the wicket.
Nice boy.
Joel Wilson is the umpire.
Get it, Trent.
Ball bowled again, but he just releases a single. It was a good shout, that, around the wicket. Look at the angle from around the wicket though. Does it spin? It looks as if it's going to drift down the leg side, just missing or just clipping.
To your right arm.
Clipping. This is excellent from Treadwell. Comes this time, dead straight. Fielder there, it's just a single. He's not got to the other end. Chris Gayle, yeah, excellent over, 2 from it. 65 for 1. just shows you that the quick ballers come on and can disappear, and then a little gentle spinner, off spinner, no mystery, goes for 2 singles. Run rate is 8.13. 10 and over, let's look at 10 and over, gets 185. The big shots will keep coming. Simmons, Bravo, Rambin, Sammy, Russell, Mirine. Got to feel that himself. Ravi Bopara brings a single. Nick Knight's out and about.
Thanks very much, Bumble. I've got Stuart Williams, the assistant coach. Stu, happy with that start?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the first 8 overs, 60 out for 1. You know, we still have to play this last 12 overs properly.
Bumble up there saying 10 and over from here on in. You happy with that?
I would love that, but you know, Bumble, I was excited when this ball was going over the boundary.
Go well.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Nobody there, they're all on the boundary.
I think for Beanbub, what he's seeing, the West Indies have gotten off to a very good start. I think unless you have express pace or you've got generous height as a bowler, you're not going to get away with just sliding the ball onto the bat consistently. Not on this pitch. What Bopara and Treadwell, you say Treadwell holds no mystery, but he's been varying the pace of his deliveries very well on a length. And so far, Bopara has bowled generally a good line, and he's mixed up his pace. And that is what you've got to do when pitches are of this nature. The ability to keep the batsman guessing, make him store his power, make him hold his power.
Last 16 deliveries have been good for England. Just 13 runs from the last 16 deliveries. And it's when the slower bowlers have come on. Magnificent ground here in Barbados. I remember the changeover when they decided to revamp it. I came and there was not a thing here.
It's another way around.
Did a super job. Good full and straight from Bopara. 9 overs, 69 for 1. England do persist in throwing the ball aggressively into the wicketkeeper and the bowler. One bounce just to get this ball softer. Oh, he's gone again. Look out in the crowd. In fact, look out in the road. In fact, look out in the sea. The liner over there.
This is a tremendous shot because I thought it was a good length. Yeah, it's not like if Gale got to it on the half volley, but he just trusted that there wouldn't be a great deal of turn, and he anticipated the level of the bounce brilliantly. It's an excellent shot. Skillful.
He's 413.6 in all T20s, and he hits one every 9.26 deliveries. That just sailed, didn't it? I'm on one of these ships. I'm probably on that one, I can see. Don't go away with them balls. I think you'll need another any minute.
I just think as well, when you look at that delivery, it just says to you that good balls will sometimes disappear. You criticize that delivery. You can't criticize that delivery, its length or its line. It's just hit through the line of it. It's the nature of the game.
And a pendulum swing. He's such a big man. When he lifts the bat up, it goes way behind him. Just hits through it. Not this time. England throw again. That's good bowling. He saw him coming and dropped his length back. Bowled it a little bit quicker.
Yep.
Excellent. Really good from Treadwell. Just the art of bowling defensively.
Good try, this good boy.
A couple here, but really good from Treadwell. Halfway through the innings, 10 overs have been bowled. It's 78 for 1.
10 overs, and 10 overs have gone, and now this is the West Indies Civics once again. A special afternoon of ball control by visitors here.
Got a change in commentary. Andy Wallace, Jeffrey Dujon.
Thank you, Bumble. West Indies going on. West Indies going well at 7.8 and over now. And that was just hammered. Thing called the rust is gone now from Chris Gayle. Started off slowly, but he's certainly just getting into stride now. He's striking the ball with tremendous power. Well, that'll be just a single. And England will look at that as a minor victory. As we welcome Hendy Wallace. How is it, Hendy?
Thank you very much, Dude. Just going great. Going great for the West Indies as well. Mixed supporters there.
They look for two here. Should get them quite handily. Marlon Samuelson, 12 from 13 deliveries. He's played some nice shots himself.
I suppose scoring the boundary off his first ball just would have given him the world of confidence. Bupara, who's come into the attack. It's probably not one of the headliners as far as the bowlers are concerned. Obviously not creating enough of an impression there, that young spectator. Obviously not a Bupara fan. But having this ability to mix the pace up. And that's really what he's been able to do, just bowl a very tight line. More or less throwing out the challenge to Samuel to try and pierce that ring on the offside. And you notice those fielders on the offside saving the single. They're actually getting in quite close as well. Not giving up that easy single.
That's nicely stroked away. Samuels be just a single. He's been pretty effective in the circumstances. Bopara, 11 overs gone. It's 86 for 1.
We've got 9 overs left in this inning. I got to show the Man United fans are harassing me. I'm a big Arsenal supporter, but I will show the Man U fans.
Treadwell.
Come on.
He's tried to mix things up as well as Treadwell. Hasn't been easy. Let's just have a look at the bowling. Stuart Broad, not impressive in his first over. Smith took him apart. Stokes got hurt as well. But, since then, Bopara and Treadwell have tried to restore some kind of sanity, as Gale has a wild swipe at that one.
Yes, a bit of spin there as well for Treadwell, so that would be very encouraging for him at this point.
Big appeal. They're asking Joel Wilson, and the finger goes up. Gale stood there for a while. Not sure if he was too happy with that decision. We'll have a look in a minute to see. It was from around the wicket, angled into him. Quicker delivery from Treadwell. And let's have a look. What do you think here, Hendy?
Well, I'm just wondering if the delivery before probably played a factor. That one actually didn't spin as much. If anything, went straight on with the arm. And there, Hawkeye suggesting that it would have crashed into middle leg. So the end of Gale, 43 of just 35 deliveries, and it's 87 for 2.
The new batsman is Lyndall Simmons.
Excellent try.
And off the mark immediately. With the loss of Gale's wicket, you can expect that the run rate may slow somewhat. But Simmons is going to play his shots as well. Decent average, good strike rate. That's in the air. It's gone into that gap between deep cover and mid-off, and they'll get 2. Wasn't in control of it, Marlon Samuels. Had to reach for it at the last instance.
Yeah, we see Treadwell. See the surface just being disturbed there a fraction, and the ball going straight on with the arm. I suspect that Gale would have been looking for some spin, given what we saw in the previous delivery.
He's intent on using his feet to Treadwell is Samuels. Gets no joy on that occasion. 12 overs gone. It's 90 for 2.
So it's going to be Ben Stokes coming back into the attack. Change of ends. And England will be hoping a change of fortune as well.
His first over cost him 11 runs. And it wasn't really that expensive, was it, compared to Stuart Broad?
It wasn't. He seemed to bowl a fairly good length. I think, if anything, it was maybe a tad too wide, and just giving those batsmen a bit of room outside the off stump. Just over the infield, and probably won't have the legs to get all the way to the boundary. But we've seen some of the fast bowlers keen on banging the ball into the pitch. That one was really short. Samuel's just making a bit of room for himself.
That struck not quite firmly down the ground. Picked a good spot. Long on, not able to get around to it. Picked the length of that one very well. Marlon Samuels hit straight through the line a bit.
I suppose the bowlers don't want to be predictable, and Stokes looking to maybe hit the deck hard. Samuels expecting that one to be on a good length or short, and hitting on the up. I think the music was being played a little bit longer than was comfortable for umpire Nero. It's not a pleasant experience for a fast bowler to be almost in your delivery stride and having to pull out of it.
Well, there's no question about that one. Short, got the use of his arms, Marlon Samuels, and deposited it into the stands at wide mid-wicket.
I'm not sure of the tactics here of Ben Stokes, as I said, about being predictable, and it was as if Marlon Samuels was expecting that one to be short, and he just really opened up his left side and swung it just into the England dugout.
Brings up the 100 for the West Indies in the 13th over, and another conversation ensues between Stokes and his captain. They haven't quite figured out what length they want to bowl on this pitch. It's a good pitch here at Kensington. Ball bouncing nicely, coming onto the bat. Batsman able to hit through the line. So the margin for error for the bowlers has been very small. The deep mid-wicket has been posted now. And that one is outside off stump and cut away. 4 more to Marlon Samuels.
Well, I think they're really loving it, and Ben Stokes has really got to rethink this strategy. Really short, it just opens up the entire field near enough for the batsman, and we've seen a couple on the leg side. Now Samuel's getting it square on the offside, so too many options there for the batsman.
This ball, they'll hustle, try to come back for 2. And looks as if they'll get them comfortably to end the 13th over. It's 109 for 2. Simmons. Simmons, one of the batsmen in the West Indies lineup that cannot be accused of being unable to pick up a single. Samuels on strike. He's really intent on coming down the track to Treadwell, isn't he?
Now, Treadwell's not prepared to give it much ear. And that low trajectory we've seen from Treadwell. It's making it a little bit more difficult for Samuels. So Samuels trying to get as close as he possibly can to the pitch of the deliveries.
You might want to hang back on one and maybe get a cut or a back foot shot. There you go.
Calling Treaders.
And I think Treadwell will settle for that. And obviously the England bowlers will want to restrict the boundaries.
Nice try, nice point. Excellent Treaders.
That's good thinking. Kept it closer to Simmons. He looked to back away. Oh, this is turning out to be a pretty good over from Treadwell. 5 deliveries gone, just 2 from it. Let's see what he can do with this last delivery, which will also be the last delivery of his spell. He's bowled 14 dot balls. Good in the context of this. And he's going to bowl a 15th, and his spell is over. 16, got 1 wicket. And we've had 14 overs. It's Nelson, 1-1-1 for 2. It's a good return in the context of the game for James Treadwell. It's by far the most economical English bowler. 1 boundary hit off of him. Big 6 by Chris Gale. So that's good stuff. Possibly a suggestion that later on the spinners are going to have with the whole sway when English bat. So 14 overs gone. And that's what we're looking at, a projected 159. The par score on this ground is 160. But Simmons and Samuels may have something to say about that. Bopara to bowl his last over.
You've mentioned there earlier, Jeff, about the importance of the dot balls. And Bopara, who started well, he's bowled some 6 dot balls so far. And 41 dot balls in the entire innings. And I think at the back end there, the 13 fours and the 4 sixes, this really is what got West Indies.
That's out. Didn't get hold of it, Lenza Simmons. It was short, banged into the wicket, and just tried to slug it down the ground. Simple catch in the end. Michael Lum doing the catching, and a wicket for Ravi Bopara, his second.
Just not getting enough on it. And Lum taking a very comfortable catch there in the deep. Again, we saw the short ball. So Simmons goes. He's been in good form. Just 3 on this occasion off 7 deliveries, and it's 112 for 3.
Just instincts taking over there from Simmons. Saw it short and tried to slug it out of the ground. Just picked out that man at mid-on, long on rather. So England slowing things down by virtue of picking up some wickets. So 2 wickets for Ravi Bopara. It's cost him 20 runs, and he's got 4 deliveries left in his spell, as Andre Russell is a new batsman. Good strike rate, good hitter of the ball, fast hands, good athlete.
You speak of your power hitters, and this guy Russell, I think he can hit it as hard and as far as any of them.
That's off the edge. Should be fielded and is. So Russell off the mark with a single. And he's here because Simmons did this. Got a short delivery and tried to clear that man at long on. Didn't quite get hold of it. That's hit nicely, but it'll only be a single. Good cover out there on the extra cover boundary. So it's looking like another good over for Bopara. 3 runs from it and a wicket. And just 2 deliveries left in his spell.
Still Bravo, Ramdin and Sammy to come. So still some punch in the West Indies lineup. Probably just be another single. So Bopara continues to do a good job here. And the last delivery coming up so far, and he's had that added advantage with the keeper standing up to the stumps, so that's added a bit of pressure on the batsman as well. Being very meticulous with his field placing as well.
Well, let's see what he does with his last delivery.
Skills, Robbie.
Off-speed delivery. Samuels can't get hold of it, and Bopara's spell comes to an end. His 4 overs costing him 23 runs. He's picked up 2 wickets. Very good spell from Ravi Bopara, as we've had 15 overs bowled. West Indies rather, 115 for 3. Well, you'd have to say that England have pulled things back nicely after that early onslaught. We're into now the last 5 overs of the innings, and to take you through them, it will be Nick Knight and with him David Lloyd.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Yeah, England have been fine. First 6 overs, power play, 56 runs, all West Indies. Last 9 overs, 59 runs. So they've come back into the game. Run rate is 7.67. West Indies have to go a bit. Just bowled a 1 over. He opened the bowling to Stuart Broad. 1 over, none for 19. What do you think it's going to be here, Nick? Just a mixture from Broad, the odd bouncer.
Yeah, definitely pace and variations. I mean, if you look at that period you've just been talking about, where England probably climbed back into the game, it's when Treadwell and Bopara bowled, when they actually took the pace off the ball. And that's a slight concern for England, because both sides are very different balances, don't they? West Indies have got lots of spin options. England have gone in with a 4-pronged pace attack.
Always got a hand to that. Owen Morgan in that business area backward plank. He still goes for 4.
Well, the fielding has been good in the last week or so. That would have been a stunner. You'll feel because he just about got a fingertip or a hand to it that he could have clung on. Nah, not really. Maybe a Collingwood special in his heyday.
Looking at Treadwell's figures, 4 overs, 1 for 16, so he bowled 24 deliveries, 15 dot balls.
And there you go, Bopara 5.75 and Treadwell 4, so that was the phase that David was talking about, a period where England had climbed back in.
Keep back, keep back, keep back!
Oh, it's only one. A fabulous atmosphere and so many tourists in from the UK. A good time to be out of the UK, although it's a good day today, I hear. 19 degrees somewhere and a bit of sunshine. And I'm on a ship, so I can walk. In fact, I think I can see it from here. On a ship called the Sea Dream. There's one in yesterday, 15 stories high, 2,000 people on it. That's not it, that's bigger than ours. Ours is better than that. Smashed into the leg side. I don't think he's going to go for four, just a single. Good comeback then from Stuart Broad. 7 from the over, 122 for 3.
And what's your role on the boat?
I'm skipper, I run it, I drive it.
Any
They're
problems
on.
yet?
This lot's on.
That's your crew, is it?
Yeah, come about, I've at ye. I've got them all. Ship ahoy. Come to half board. Only 4 overs to go. You've got to get a shift on. I mean, 10 and over only gets 162. Average score in T20 internationals is 160. Batting first. Yeah, I've got a quiz question for you. 15 stories high, this ship that was in, 2,000 people on board. How much of the ship was under the water? Just, you know, poke a stick at that. How many, what do you think is underwater?
What, cabins or people?
No, how much of the ship is underwater?
What percentage of the boat?
How many metres is underwater? It's 15 stories high and 2,000 people are on it. Full toss and into the leg side. That's gone quickly forward. Good start to this 17th over, West Indies.
Yeah, right idea. Trying to go full and straight. Trying to go for the Yorker. But the problem is, you get it slightly wrong. That's a long way wrong too. I've no idea on your quiz. I'm going to guess 5 metres.
8 metres.
Oh, good guess.
8 metres is underwater.
So you're thinking it should be more than that?
Oh.
You're really a mind of information, aren't you, on boats now?
Well, it's a nautical life that I'm leading. But the Admiralty, they've got to give it some stick now, West Indies. And 26 for 3. England are doing well. Tim Bresnan, 2 overs, none for 18. 2.1 overs, none for 18. 7 dots.
Good. We saw that at the end of Australia. No, rather we saw that start of the ODI series here. Trying to bowl wide of the crease and full. There's a big strong wind out there as well. And you're going to have to hit into the wind there out on the offside. So that's part of the reason why they're bowling wide. They're hoping they're going to hit through on the offside.
Squirted. Backward of square. I don't think this is going to go all the way. Or is it? Yes, it is. Watch it. Run away. This is another of those grounds. It's like an inverted saucer. The ball's running away from you every time.
The outfield's quick, and of course both sides will have to put that into the pot when they think what is a good score here. You've been saying 160. Probably going to go beyond that. And the outfield is quick.
When England tried this in the, I think it was the first one day international in Antigua, bowling really wide with trying to protect the wind, Dwayne Bravo and Sammy just went across to the offside and hit it with the wind. Slower ball. And that's good from Bresnan. So he's gone 4 dot ball 4-1.
You'd take 10 and over here, wouldn't you? Your bowling side, your Bresnan, your captain Broad. Take 10 and over.
Yeah, you do. And it looks to be full of runs, this pitch. I don't think he's going to change either. Sluggish pitches in Antigua, really slow. It's well bowled and he's thought about a wide. That's good umpiring.
It is good umpiring. It's actually really good bowling too. Never an easy time to bowl. This is excellent. Just followed him there. Length is perfect. Anything he could do in the end.
Peter Nero, the standing umpire. These are just difficult ones, those. It's gone through his legs. He's followed the batsman. He gets his Yorker in. It's just a single. So 2 4s from the over. 9-10 in total. 132 for 3. Samuels is good, 43 from 34. So we've got 18 deliveries left. And again, they're still on that 10 and over, gets 162.
Different attacks though, aren't they? You think of Sunny on the Rhine with the mystery spin. And then you think of plethora of spin options they've got. They've got Samuels, they've got Gale, they've got Badri. Right then, going back into the attack. Bowled, I thought, pretty well in his first couple of overs. Bowled length with a little bit of swing.
This is where you've got to have a real clear mind, and I mentioned right at the beginning of this game that you just know as a bowler, whatever you're bowling, it's coming at you. There's 3 overs to go. They've got 7 wickets left. Batsmen are looking for that all-out assault, and it's just damage limitation. Dot ball's priceless.
Yeah, he's had a long chat with the captain, so they're in sync. Dernbach needs to finish well here. He needs a good game.
Oh, he's dropped him. He smashed it at extra cover. Treadwell had it for a second, but Samuels nails this.
Yeah, and it's Samuels. Well, it should have been taken, simple as that. Fielding has been good, catching has been good in the last week or so, should have been taken. How costly will that be?
The same shot, executed better. Flashes to the boundary for 4.
Brilliant batting, isn't it? You see this again. You see him clear the front leg. You see the modern professional do that a lot. Clear the front leg, open up the offside, super strike. Going for the Yorker, just gets it slightly wrong. I reckon that's fair enough. Field has just changed as well. Treadwell's now gone to square on the offside, and extra cover on the boundary has now gone where that ball went. So if he bowls straight enough here, then he'll have to bowl straight, and he's got a little bit of cover at long off and extra cover.
Yorker length. Samuels moves on to 50. Looking dangerous. 51 from 37. 6 4s, 1 6.
Treadwell's not feeling good right now. Dropped the catch, 3 boundaries since. Stunning innings though, really good. 51 from just 37. Can he finish? Getting up to 165, 170.
Slow ball. Lobbed over Blackwood point. Watch it run away again. 4 more. Just a reminder, the first ball, a dot ball, a drop, and then it's gone 4, 4, 4.
This is good captaincy, not Treadwell being moved. This is good. Just slow the game down. Have a long chat with his bowler, a few deep breaths, make the batsman wait. Maybe a change in field again, maybe a change in ploy.
7th 50 in T20 internationals for Marlon Samuels. Highest score of 85 not out against Bangladesh 2012. This is Yorker in, but it's dug out. Oh, and it's 4 more. Look at the power.
Power placement, call it what you will. Again, the Yorker is slightly off. 16 men from what is 5 balls. And he's just slightly off. And that's as simple as that goes for 4 in this modern game.
What shot is it? It's a thick inside edge. Runs away down the hill. Slow ball and beats that offside. Excellent stuff from Samuels and West Indies. 20 from the over, 152 for 3.
Well, it's brilliant batting first and foremost, but it just highlights, doesn't it, when you get it slightly wrong in this format of the game against these guys with big heavy bats and lots of skill, and you're forced then to bowl the slower ball and he'll just pick his gap.
That's the best over of the innings for West Indies. So 2 overs to go. West Indies are going to go past that average score of 160. Samuels has got himself onto 63, 40 deliveries. Andre Russell 13 from 9. Russell on strike. Bresnan with his final over. Yorker, just a single. Danger man comes back on strike. Low full toss and it works. Boundary count 21 fours, 4 sixes.
He'd be on your boat, wouldn't he?
Just a single. I've seen a few jazzers hanging around. Jazzers. I'll have that one, please, the blue one.
They lost the bet, didn't they, one of those lads?
How He's done that. There's a fielder out there, but he's got 6.
And into the wind too. Bresnan can't quite believe it. It is quite simply brilliant, brilliant batting. I don't think he got the full middle of the bat either, but he got enough of it. And this is a stunning finish to the innings. Again, length slightly wrong.
He's a big lad, Alex Hales, and acrobatic dive. He gets it over for 6. Russell on to 20. Good comeback, just a single. I mentioned earlier it's damage limitation now. I think bowling anybody out, 7 wickets left. There's 7 deliveries to go. And West Indies will be looking for 185 with a real blast.
Wouldn't feel out of the game though, would you, at 185 on a good pitch?
Oh, that's for fine leg inside the circle, and it's a delicate shot this time, just a fine leg glance. That's the end of Bresnan, 4 overs, not for 36, 165 for 3.
I think they're pretty good figures. He's wicketless, but I think he's done a good job at a good time. Last over going for 13, this last ball going for 4 has hurt him because it's 9 up until that point. And I reckon he's done all right here, Bresnan.
Lots to think about for England's captain. 53 partnership from 28 deliveries. 1 over to go then, and it will be Dernbach. They got off to a flying start. West Indies through Dwayne Smith and Chris Gale, and then Marlon Samuels in at number 3, 67 from 43. Russell is on strike. Third man, fine leg inside the circle. Oh, it's in the slot and it's dragged into mid-wicket. And they only get a single. His Yorker in, that's good. They're going to scamper for 2, but it's just a single.
Okay.
Trousers have changed, don't they? Eh?
It's like the old flares. You'd have been into those, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'd no press studs on them, had I? Big kipper tie. This is Yorker in again, that's well bowled. And back in the day, trousers were flannel. And a flannel shirt. Oh, Band's going to fire up again here. Let there be drums. Excellent. Really good from Dernbach.
Yeah, it is. It's excellent, you're right. And what he's tried to do is keep it really simple, just bowl full and straight. In the past, he's had a lot of criticism for buying a bowl too many different deliveries, mixing it up all the time. He's got this excellent out of the back of the hand delivery. There's a feeling that he uses it too much.
Just mentioned there, let there be drums to everybody back at home. How many then said, Sandy Nelson, he played it. Lawful toss into the leg side, just a single. So one delivery to go, just 4 from this over. This might just have been a key over for England. The final over of the innings, and 4 from it. It can only go for 10. Yorker again. Terrific work from Dernbach. Wonderful bowling in that final over. 5 runs coming from it. 170 for 3, 20 overs at 8.5 West Indies.
Yeah, lots of taps on the back. Yeah, it was an excellent over, an excellent finish. I don't think he'd be too unhappy. It's a decent score, but it's an excellent pitch. Quick outfield, and we should have a good game on here.
Well, he deserves that. You know that they're coming at you in the final over, just 3 wickets down, and he held his nerve. He got his Yorker in there. It's a decent score, but it's not out of range. What are these? What are these?
What a start.
22 fours, 5 sixes. So you're going to see some big shots from the West Indies.
That'll go as well. That will.
Winning the toss and batting first.
Go for 4.
A real onslaught in the first 6 overs. Stuart Broad's first over going for 19. The first 6 overs, power play, 56 on the board for the West Indies. England came back strongly in that middle period.
Yeah, that was a period where Bopara and Treadwell bowled really nicely. Gale just took his time to get in, and once he got in, then he just found the middle of the bat, more like the old Chris Gale.
Well, we've no idea what's coming. So it shows you how good a pitch this is, that there are only 3 wickets have gone down. And this was the first one. Ravi Bopara into the attack, and he's just drifted back in. There he goes again. Big 6 from Chris Gale. He lost a couple of balls. Just stand and deliver cricket. And then Chris Gale, LBW. Bowled very, very well. James Treadwell, 4 overs, 1 for 16.
That was the quick one. The ball before turned viciously, and it's almost like he was waiting for it to turn. It didn't. And it's excellent bowling from Treadwell, who's so reliable now in one-day cricket. Very good. Stokes continues to be expensive. Quite sure what length to bowl.
Samuels played some fantastic shots, he really did, but it's a good pitch. Third wicket to fall. Again, Michael Lum out on the boundary. Wendell Simmons going for 3. And Andre Russell came out to join Marlon Samuels, and they put a really good partnership together, 58 from 34. Samuels smashed this to extra cover. It's Treadwell who momentarily has it. He's hit it so hard. He plays the same shot to a next delivery and gets it over extra cover for 4. And Samuels with 10 fours and 1 6. And he just went on a boundary spree here. 19th over. Everyone's a winner. Watch it run away down the hill. Thick outside edge. And got himself 69 from 46. Marlon Samuels. Russell 24 from 15. So all that means that England need 171. They've got a terrific pitch at 8.55.
Welcome back to Kensington Oval as we continue this first T20 international. West Indies taking on England. West Indies are finishing on 170 for 3, 27 to Dwayne Smith, 43 to Chris Gayle on return. But Marlon Samuels was the star of the show with a lovely innings of 69 from just 46 deliveries. And he started off with a boundary off his first delivery, and then he branched into his wide range of stroke play. That most unique style of an opened stance, which allows him to transfer his power equally both sides of the pitch and down the ground as well. An excellent innings in every way, shape and form. Let's look at where he scored. Wide, long on, and through that offside he was proficient. 1-6 over straightish mid-wicket. His strike rate and tempo was good. 150 per 100 balls, which has given the West Indies a score above the average. The average first innings score is 160. West Indies have gotten 170. Jeffrey Dujon on a good surface. Is it enough?
Well, the operative phrase there, Bish, is on a good surface, and it is a good surface. It's above the average score, as you said, so it should be a winning total, but not necessarily. It's a good surface. We'll come back to that, and the West Indies now are going to have to make better use of it than the English bowlers did. We saw how easy it was for batting, how the ball came onto the bat, how it was difficult to find good areas to bowl. So it's going to be interesting to see. West Indies have opted to open with spin. Samuel Badri. Alex Hales is going to partner Michael Lum. So we could be in for interesting times. Remember, the West Indies got off to a flyer of a start with Dwayne Smith blazing in that very first over. Let's see what kind of a start England can get. Here's Badri to Lum.
Come in.
33 years old today, Samuel Badri, so he will be hoping that he can hand himself a good birthday gift. If some of you are seeing him for the very first time, he usually does this job for his native Trinidad and Tobago and for the West Indies, bowling the new ball wicket to wicket. Particularly effective against the right-handed batsman, not giving them a lot of room.
Not a big spinner of the ball. Survives more on the basis of accuracy, and as Ian Bishop said, he bowls straight. He bowls between wicket and wicket.
Pick up one here, fella. Come on, boy. Come in. Ball, Baji. Ball, Baji. Come on, Joe.
That's his standard delivery. Get it there nice and straight. It's Not really going to turn, just slides on. And unlucky there is Alex Hales. Fine leg was up. It was a quicker delivery. And, couldn't quite get it past that short fine leg.
First over is complete, 2 without loss.
As well.
Alex, right down over the wicket.
Ravi Rampal will share proceedings with Samuel Badri with 2 slips in place. Good start. The ball will shape away. We saw with Jay Dernbach the ball shaping away for the first couple of overs from this Malcolm Marshall end. Strong wind that comes across from right to left as he runs in. Doesn't last for too long. Away movement there.
Michael Lum on strike can be seen from his exploits in Antigua that he's in rich form right now. Sweet stroker of the ball, very confident type. There he goes, immediately picks up on that short delivery and puts it away.
The key here is to see that Michael Lum moved across his stumps before release of the ball. Standing just outside the off stump, and also the length wasn't quite there, so that puts pressure on Rampal to adjust his length. And also change his feel. He wants more protection leg side. Andrew Russell is sent out to long leg. The third man comes up.
Off-speed delivery from Ravi Rampal. See him just as if it was a fast off break. Just pulling the fingers down the inside of the ball. Came back a lot, sailed into the pad, but looked like it was doing too much. It started too much on the stumps as well. Umpire Joel Wilson, standing umpire, didn't show a lot of interest in that. Let's see why. Height dish, or may have just got an inside edge. That's what it was. There it is.
Can't give that width. It's not a control shot, but once there's width on it of that nature, there's every chance it could fly away.
It looked to have been a slower delivery, but too wide. Got into it very, very early, did Lum. Over the slips it went and down to third man for 4. You need those in this type of cricket, and you get them.
That's a much better line. 11 without loss. must have won a bet with that shirt. Badri.
One ball, boys. Come on, boys, eh?
Most times he'll get away with some cheap overs, Samuel Badri, and in the process may pick up a wicket or two. But he's usually good value at the beginning of the innings. Let's see how Lum handles him.
Get Badri!
It's critical here. If you're going to try to sweep, you sort of take the risk of the LBW by going across the line. Gone. He's so good, Samuel Badri. The length is critical as he'll try to get down the pitch.
Well, seemed to move too early, did Alex Hales, and a quicker delivery from Badri. Markedly quicker than the rest. Hales trying to make room for himself, doesn't make contact, and has to wend his weary way back to the pavilion for only 3. It's 13 for 1.
Luke Wright is the new batsman.
Oh, he's done!
Oh, they wanted to go upstairs. Joel Wilson goes upstairs. Mr. Googly rammed in, and Sammy seemed confident.
Well, he swung at it fairly hard. I don't know if he lost his balance or if he dragged that back foot. Let's have a look. Where is he now? Is that one of those difficult ones? Is there some part of that foot behind the line, grounded behind the line? Now, this may tell us. The bail is now dislodged. Is there a part of that foot on the ground behind that line? That's the question. That is what the third umpire will be mulling over. And in my estimation, this should be given out.
Put him in his shell, Badri. Big shot. Big shot first ball. Should put him in his shell now. He'll consolidate one bit now.
I don't know, it's looks out. I'm not really too sure if it's going to be given out though. Fielders are standing around waiting. Luke Wright is getting ready to, looks as if he's just waiting to hear so he can take his guard again. But I really don't think that he should be given the benefit of the doubt here. I think that's out. And it's going to come back out. Quite rightly so.
Well, it was a good piece of bowling too from Badri. Two wickets in 2 balls, and Luke Wright's poor tour continues. 13 for 2.
He went at that delivery really hard, dragged outside the crease and just couldn't regain his ground. Goes hard, just can't get that foot back in time.
Owen Morgan comes in on a hat-trick. Outstanding bowling from Samuel Badri. And England have to be mindful. They've lost their last 3 one-day internationals. T20s, beg your pardon. And they've been 3 down in the first 6 overs each time.
One hook.
It's gone away for 4. 17 for 2.
It's not the kind of start England would have wanted. Lost 2 quick wickets. Haven't really gotten any momentum. This is Luke Wright's wicket. Been all around it. Just dragged too far to be able to get back in.
Butler to come next. He played so well in the last one-day international. Ravi Bopara, lots of experience. Ben Stokes, Bresnan, Broad. Was a time when Rampal struggled with the slower ball. He worked on it quite a lot in the nets for at least a couple of seasons before he actually executed any in the match. And he's so confident with it, as most players are now, most bowlers are now in the modern game, that he serves up 2 or 3 of them and over at times. That's another one. Really is the mixing up of the pace that is so effective here, as Bopara showed.
He's bowled a number of them. Forcing the batsman to put the pace on the ball. And sometimes it's a difference. It's a difference between a boundary and just 1 or 2 runs. His natural tendencies to go after the bowling, Michael Lum. It's just showing a little bit of frustration on his face that he can't quite get hold of it like he did in Antigua. This is a slightly quicker wicket. Rampal's been varying his pace well. And over pitches that one. Will it go all the way? Just about. So 4 runs to Michael Lum.
Good choice of shots too. It's another slower delivery, rolling the fingers, but the length is wrong. You still have to get your length right as much as the line, even if you take pace off it. Third man's come up. Another one with pace off it again.
Back up.
24 for 2.
Set 69 from Samuels, 43 from Gale, 27 from Smith, which set the ball rolling. And in reply, England have made a stuttering start. Haven't quite got things on track. There's the man who got things going, Dwayne Smith. Started to hammer it from ball one and gave Chris Gale some time to settle. That's flipped away, and in the gap between the two short men on the leg side at third man, and 4 runs. The old reverse sweep couldn't have been more precise, went right between them.
Mistake here, Budge. Fight.
It's a struggle to get Battery away so far, and Sunil Narayan is going to be coming into the action pretty soon. Already seeing him limbering up that short third man. The security guard wanders across the side screen.
This could have been a big mix-up. Didn't change direction really as he ran down the pitch, albeit that he got between himself and the stumps at the other end. Badri finishes up with a dot ball, and 5 overs have been bowled. England are 31 for 2.
England going along at just a touch over 6 and over at the moment. West Indies were 14 runs to the better. Here's Sunil Narayan. Another critical moment of the game. And so for that, we get Henry Wallace and Nick Knight in the commentary box.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, crucial moment in the game. Mix up there, but timing is good enough, placement is good enough, and keen to get off strike, rotate if they can. 2 left-handers at the crease. Morgan was dismissed first ball in the last game from Narayan's first ball. Required break, just keep an eye on that, folks. 9.37, introduction of spin of Narayan. Power play over, so just 2 men allowed outside the inner ring. Swept and swept well, placed well too.
Very confident shot there indeed from Owen Morgan. This time getting a really good stride in and getting down on one knee. And just obviously trying to negate the effects of the spin of Narayan. You said that last game we got the first bowler totally misread that delivery, and we expect to see a few more sweeps and reverse sweeps from Owen Morgan.
Yeah, and Sammy is just changing the field. Deep square now is just behind on the leg side. Long off is coming up, and the man is on the reverse sweep and on the offside, so strange field.
Clearly designed for the type of player. Talk about this reverse sweep, which normally would seem like a risky shot, but I guess from his Irish background with hurling, it's probably a natural shot for Owen Morgan.
Come on.
And what we've seen so far against the spinners, the batsmen have been trying to get down the pitch. And Ryan just seems to be bowling a little bit faster, a little bit flatter.
Nearly very similar to the dismissal in the last one-day international.
It was a similar delivery, and luckily for Owen Morgan, starting a little bit closer on that occasion when he was dismissed, it was more just on the off stump. The ball just shaping back into him.
Oh, yesterday.
Good, very, very good. Just 5 runs from it and the boundary, so 36 for 2 from 6. Don't have any time to settle, do you? If you're picking him or you're not picking him, that rate will continue to climb.
So England will be keeping an eye on that required rate, and there's still 8 wickets in the hutch, so it really can still take a few risks. They haven't done well so far is to maneuver the ball around in the gaps. We've often said that the English batsmen are very good at picking up the singles.
Always a good idea to open with spin against England, particularly Michael Lum, who's in excellent form, but even the form of Lum hasn't enabled him to get going here. 18 at a run a ball. Now, has he got enough of that? No, he hasn't. Should be out in the deep, is out in the deep. It's the shortest boundary, it is into the wind, and it's a simple catch.
Michael Lum will be very disappointed with this. Not a great delivery, a half tracker really, and just getting a top edge. Ravi Rampal, a couple of meters in off the rope, taking a very simple catch. Have to look up into the glare, but he pouched it safely. Lum goes for 18. England struggling, 36 for 3.
Across the course, so Morgan is on strike. Joss Butler is marched to the crease with real intent, and why not? 99 in the last game. Oh, put down. Now that gives England a lifeline. They'd have been in real trouble if that had been taken.
Certainly firmly struck, and Badri and the West Indies will be hoping that no serious damage there was done apart from dropping the catch. It just seemed to get back to him a little bit sooner than he expected. Didn't get the hands out ahead of him. And there's just one ball left in his spell, so at least it probably wouldn't cause too much damage for the West Indies at this juncture.
Oh, should have been stopped. And the outfield is quick, and it will go for 4. So an unfortunate end to the over, but it's been another good over, and it's an outstanding spell as well from Badri. 4 overs, 3 for 17. equaled his career best figures, but he'll be disappointed if this went for 4. Should never have gone for 4. I think he's pretty lucky there. He hasn't done himself more damage. So an excellent spell from Badri. 3 for 17. He set the tone, pace off the ball.
So again, you see that return catch, just catching the fingers on the right hand. And just wasn't able to hold on to it. West Indies will be hoping that no real damage has been done to that third finger on the right hand. And I guess similar concern to Narang. Just flexing the knee somewhat, and that may have something to do with the effort we saw in that last ball from Badri. And there you saw the knee just getting stuck into the turf, and we've seen that a couple of times, Nick, where some serious damage has been done, and Simon Jones comes to mind immediately.
That's right, yeah, a long time ago, but thankfully he's okay and he will resume.
And Josh Butler, who was a real talent, we just spoke about that effort there from Narang. That could have been messy. At least he was up from the count, but doesn't seem to be moving that freely at the moment.
Come on, city boy.
It just seems to be favoring that knee somewhat.
And this is the problem in the shortest format. If you're not picking him, quite sure which way the ball is going, not easy. Yeah, he's just a bit unsettled, isn't he? That seems not quite right. That rate is now up to best part of 10.5.
And it's a bit of guesswork as well for the batsmen. We saw the grimace there from Narang. So I just wonder what that will do in terms of the strategy of Sammy. Will he now be forced to bowl Narang right through his spell?
Should be a simple catch and is. They're struggling to find answers to Narang. Narang gets another.
The preferred tactic against the mystery spinner is the sweep and reverse sweep. On that occasion, execution, letting down Josh Butler. So the trouble continues for England. They're now 40 for 4. Josh Butler gone for a duck. So some concern there for Narang and the West Indies team. And you would think, as you said, Nick, the bigger picture would be making sure that he's in good condition for the World T20. And maybe it might just need a little bit more treatment. He's found conditions here and a situation, a game situation, where West Indies are on top and he's enjoying this spell. But obviously in a time of concern for the West Indies.
Yeah, I guess you've got to go with the bowler himself. He knows his body and what he's capable of, but strong leadership is required here. Just allow it just to continue if he's not quite right. No bowler likes just to walk off, particularly when they're on top of the side, and Bopara is the new man in.
Bopara reputedly to be a good player of spin bowling. And of course, with that asking rate up above 10 runs and over now, not really much time to get the eye in.
I think it's glove. But it's gone away for another couple.
A little bit of extra bounce as well there from Narang. And it just hurried on to Bopara, clipping the glove and maybe just dying before getting to the slip feeler, having to go to his left. So a lot to contend with here with Narine. Obviously picking the deliveries, the speed, the bounce, overall the variation.
Very good over then. 3 runs from it, and the wicket 43 for 4. Well, he's got a decision to make, and his captain has as well. Does he continue with him? Does he take him out of the attack? Or does he go off? I think it makes a lot of sense just to take him off the pitch, get some treatment, get it treated now, try and get him back for the next game. Yeah, I think he's trudging off there. In fact, I'm sure he is. It's the right thing to do.
Well, I think the first thing the physio team will want to obviously get some ice on that knee as soon as possible. So we want much inflammation. Substitute fielders on the field at the moment. 2 of them on the field. And so Badri there. So that's some concerns there for Coach Otis Gibson.
Yeah, Andre Fletcher is now on the field, replacing Narine. Lovely shot, lovely strike down the ground. Man at mid-on does well. In the end, it's not quite good enough. Good effort in the deep. And Russell. Sorry, Charles. Jonathan Charles in the deep.
It's almost like a sigh of relief for the English batsman to see a quicker bowler coming into the attack. Not having to worry too much about the spinners, and immediately getting into their stride with the ball coming onto the bat. Probably just helps a bit more with the stroke play. And Bopara is maybe just looking to get a change of bat.
Yeah, whilst it's unfortunate for the West Indies and for Narine, and let's hope he's okay, it just gives England a lifeline. That required rate is escalating, 10.48. But if Narine doesn't come back on and bowl the extra 2 overs, then someone else will have to bowl those 2 overs. And England will feel they still have a chance, just 4 down, 47 for 4.
There's still some spinning options there for the West Indies. In the Marlon Samuels, and one would imagine Chris Gayle if needed. But predominantly you expect the medium pacers or slightly faster.
Beautifully placed. Outfield is quick, and that's what England needed. It's what Ravi Bopara needed. Ravi Bopara is off to a good start here, 11 from 5.
Again, we see pace on the ball. Bravo. Tried the slower delivery early on. That one was normal pace, good bounce, ball sat up. And the power said, thank you very much. So there's 2 boundaries off the first 2 deliveries. Puts the pressure right back on Bravo, the bowler. And how this crowd would love to have a close, exciting game. It's all about how Bopara and now Owen Morgan can press on and build a partnership. Bopara, one of those players that would have been on that England one-day series, the Australian one-day series, and seemed to be coming into good form at the end of that. So a lot will depend on him, and then one of the success stories of the Australian tour, Ben Stokes, still to come. But I think England would really want to get some sort of partnership here with these 2. Lucky to get away with that one. And Bapar will be a little bit disappointed he didn't do more with that ill-directed delivery. Last ball of the over.
Good for Morgan. Morgan will stay on strike. 10 runs from the over, then 9 gone, 53 for 4. Comparison 69 for 1, England 53 for 4. So as well as 3 wickets, so best part of an over behind. Just need one good over. No Narine for now. Narine is out of the attack off the pitch. Marlon Samuels then, so spin for spin. Samuels who runs, so plenty of confidence. It's one of the strengths of this West Indies side, isn't it? You look down, you've got Samuels and Gale in the top 3 who can both bowl effective off spin. Gives 4 spin options when all is fit. Right, England need a good over. Morgan is set, 18 from just 16. 2 men on the reverse sweep and a man at deep square on the reverse sweep.
It's a pretty good run in the end, good understanding between these two. And that's the key, Nick, isn't it? In between getting those boundaries, you want to pick up those singles even off the good deliveries. We saw in the first innings where England bowlers were punished, not necessarily with bad balls. And that's really the key, to be scoring, even if it's a single, off the good deliveries.
Yeah, fielders are coming tighter for Bapara because just starting his innings. For Morgan, they'll just hold back slightly, so there are more singles. They're thinking boundaries now. England are thinking boundaries, and that man there is thinking, how can I protect the boundaries? There's 9 fours in the innings. Now, is that a boundary? Has he picked out the man in the deep? Yes, he has. Brilliant catch. It was hit hard, it was hit flat, and that's the wicket I think they needed. Morgan will have to go. He's hanging around, and I think the reason he's hanging around, he's not quite sure whether the fielder's foot was on the rope, but I think he's going to be told that it was all okay, and he's going to have to go.
Well judged catch. It was firmly struck, flat hit, and Johnson Charles at that deep mid-wicket position timed his jump to perfection. The momentum just taking him back, but he would have been safe enough as far as the rope was concerned. So Morgan will hear the bad news. It's a clean catch. He goes for 19. England struggling, 55 for 5.
So Ben Stokes, a new man in. An opportunity for young Ben Stokes, who's made a dramatic impression in the Test match game, yet to do so quite in 2020 cricket.
He is a genuine all-rounder. Only time will tell if he's able to really keep both strings to his bow.
I think this is an important innings for him. I don't think he's inked in necessarily in 2020 cricket. I think very much so in Test match cricket, but I think moving on to Bangladesh and a World T20, I think he's got things to prove. Bapara wanted one, Stokes didn't. Excellent over, 5 runs from it and a wicket, 58 for 5. Key moment in the game, then it always is when Morgan is out. Excellent catch, not easy. It was hit hard, it was hit flat, and that is a really good catch in the deep. So Samuel's on for Narine, who's off the pitch, and it works. problems against pace off the ball for that England side. No one really has got going. 18 for Lum, 19 for Morgan. Right then, time for the captain, Darren Sammy, into the attack. We've a change now up here. David Lloyd, Jeff Dujon.
Cheers, Nick. So Darren Sammy is about to open his account. 5 wickets down for just 58. Ben Stokes facing up. False start. They're struggling a bit, Bumble. They lost a few, haven't they?
Abysmal. No clue against spin. Static play, can't find the boundaries. No sixes. I'm on that ship over there. Start the engines.
Not even a mosquito could hold on that vessel. And he's not got all of that. Simmons might pull it back, and does. And they'll scamper a couple. And he's trying to get something going, Ravi Bopara, and it hasn't been easy.
Well, I'm just thinking back to the practice that I watched in Antigua, where they had a full session in England of power play, hitting boundaries, 4s and 6s. And deserted them today, just 9 4s in this 61 for 5. There's just nothing happened. Just one of those situations, and suddenly nothing happened.
It just shows how important early momentum is in these games. Well, it's a surface that's got a little bit more pace in it than the one we had in Antigua, and they just don't seem to have come to terms with it. We've seen a lot of mistimed pulls with the ball just getting onto the bat a little bit too quickly.
We saw so much power from the West Indies.
Well, there's some power from Ravi Bopara. That was a clean hit.
Well, in my own view, I don't know whether anybody else shares it, that I think he's wasted down at 7 Bopara. I don't go with this sort of finisher. I'd rather have a starter.
I tend to agree with you there, Bumble. And he's resigned to the position they've given him, but he doesn't like it. See, it's all well and good to have a finisher, but you got to have starters. 11 gone is 70 for 5.
170 for 3 West Indies, and England had a good spell. After 6 overs, West Indies were crashing it. 56 on the board, and then England dragged it back. They had a really good period. The last over was an excellent over, only going for 5. 170 was gettable, but they've been swinging like rusty gates.
Malay.
Little bit of extra bounce there from Samuels.
Good Malay, good
Ravi
Malay.
Bopara 26 from 16 deliveries. He's shown a bit of aggression. Look much more organized than the others. And all of a sudden there seems to be a little bit of a disagreement.
It started with Bopara and Sammy. I beg your pardon. Bopara and Samuels. Sammy's the captain, I can understand that. He's come in and protected his player, he's stuck up for his player. The umpires got involved. And it was whilst he was running down the pitch, Ravi Bopara had words with Marlon Samuels.
Malay.
Another one off the bottom of the bat.
Malay, push the Malay.
Can't quite figure out what he said to him.
Come on,
There
Malay.
he goes.
Well, that's it. They first started there, the two of them, just
Bowling Malay.
having a little bit of a to-do between each other. You understand Sammy, he's captain, he came in, he's going against Samuels, he's going at him again.
Good Malay, good Malay.
Oh my. That's terrible. Ben Stokes, that's terrible.
And they're still at it at that non-striking end. You're better off watching this than the shot that Ben's played. West Indies are all over England here. Off spinner that spins and bounces, and Ben Stokes swings himself off his feet, stumping. And all that's towards Ravi Bopara. Dreadful effort from England. Ben Stokes has gone for 4, 73 for 6.
Well, it's Tim Bresnan. And that equation does not make for nice reading. 6 down.
Come on. Yeah.
Would have been tight with a very good throw there. Bresnan responding to that call from Bopara.
Nice pick up and release. If Ramdin was over the stumps, he may have had a different result. Last ball from Samuels. And that'll end up being a single. I don't think they'll think about 2. Dwayne Smith's got a good arm. So 12 gone. It's 76 for 6.
Do you know, I think they've made up. I think at the end of that over, they've just sort of decided to agree to disagree as to whatever they were chuntering about, and I think they're okay now. He's bringing the quick bowler on, don't. Just ball spin. Just ball spinners at England.
Back to the drawing board for Ashley Giles and his men. Ravi Rampal is back. West Indies looking to pick up these last 4 wickets inside the allotted 20.
Oh, after you, Claude. Darren Sammy's the captain. He's gone from gully and they've just tapped each other and said unlucky. Shake of the head. Up it goes. You get it. No, you get it. Over to you. After you, Claude.
Well, I don't think anyone said anything there. Samuels was backing off when he saw that Sammy wasn't coming, but I don't think anyone said anything. That's bad cricket.
Not even good night, Irene.
Well, that may not go all the way. Should be cut off. Oh, it isn't. Johnson Charles getting all in a tangle.
He's fooled a few of the fielders that the ball races away. I mentioned earlier that it's like an inverted saucer is this ground. It runs away from you from all levels. Another clothed shot from England, from Ravi Bopara.
That's one of those slides where you can easily damage a knee. When you get up on the point of your knee and it digs in. That's nicely played. Dead straight down the ground. And bisects the two men. Good shot there from Ravi Bopara.
We saw a couple of these from Marlon Samuels where you just get the bat coming through the line of the ball, hit it straight down the ground. Well, an excellent start to this 13th over for England. 9 runs from 3 deliveries.
So what you're saying, Bumble, is that if you have this first up, you're better off than having him repair irreparable damage at the end.
He's played 101, 102 one-day internationals and he's batted from 1 to 8. You've got to find somewhere. He looks a proper player. And I interviewed him during the Antigua one-day internationals and I said, does it fit nicely with you being the finisher? And he just said, no, it doesn't. He said, I'd rather be higher up where I bat for Essex, but this is where they want me to bat, so you've got to do what they want you to do. But he's 36 from 20 and they still need 11.59 runs and over. I'd rather have a starter. Every time I hear so much about, oh, he's a finisher, where's the starter?
I'd have to agree with you. He's better value, I think, higher up. Can play the orthodox game. He can improvise. And who's to tell if he starts? If he starts, might be there to finish as well.
Oh, it's gone for 4. It's a flashing shot from a thick outside edge. If you're going to flash hard.
He's got to make some ground to his left. Tries to go after it. Good attempt. He may just have gotten a bit shaken up there. "13 gone, it's 91 for 6.
That's the end of Ben Stokes.
disconsolate face of Ben Stokes. He'll be rueing, giving Samuels the charge. Left his crease way too early.
Battle recommenced. Marlon Samuels to Ravi Bopara. So you're still got to be thinking about winning this game. England need 78 from 40 deliveries, so it's almost two a ball.
And 3 balls gone, they're 2 off the over. They have to be looking for at least a boundary in this over. They need somewhere in the region of 12. So this is where the West Indies can put on the squeeze and essentially end the game. Ravi Rampal gets his substantial frame behind that one.
He's doing a good job here. And Samuels 2 for 15, coming to the end of the 3rd over.
That was the boundary delivery. They missed that. 14 gone. It's 96 for 6.
And the stats are staring West Indies in the face. If you look at Samuels, 3 overs, 2 for 16 spin. Now you look at Ravi Rampal, who's a good bowler, 3 overs, none for 31. Just ball spin at England. Look at Badri, 3 for 17. Just an orthodox twirly leg spinner, 3 for 17. Samuels 2 for 16. And the Rhine 1 for 8. Ball spin.
Uh, 75 from 36 deliveries. Hasn't dampened the spirits of the English supporters.
It won't dampen the thirst either.
So Dwayne Bravo, he's bowled 1 and conceded 10. Slower delivery, just tugged around to square leg.
Expect you'll see a bit of skill here from Dwayne Bravo. Very similar to Ravi Bopara, that he's not going to be a quick bowler, but he'll take pace off. He'll get his Yorker in there. Bopara's 38 from 22 deliveries.
Would those lads be actual MCC members?
I suppose they are. Not sure really. I suppose you only get one of those ties if you remember.
Just over Gale's head. Good attempt. Just barely got some fingers to it, but not enough to stop it from going for 4.
And he's a big man, Chris Gale. He's on the edge of the circle there. Anybody's going to catch it, it's Gale. Just gets a finger end. Change of bat for Bopara. It's been a feature of the game that we saw the power of the West Indies in that first over. Stuart Broad going for 19, the ball sailing out to the ground, and England just haven't been able to find the big boundaries.
They're looking at 12.35 per over. Bravo's decided he's going to come around the wicket to Bopara. That's in the air, high in the air. Bravo is under it and taken. End of Ravi Bopara. Couldn't get hold of a slower one.
Box of tricks. Dwayne Bravo excites the crowd. It's a slow delivery. It's only 65 miles an hour. He's gone around the wicket. Off cutter. This ball slow to England. Get out of the way, Bravo says, that's mine. Pouches it easily. Throws it up there again. Ravi Bopara tried hard. 42, 101 for 7.
Bravo to Bresnan. Gets that one high on the bat. Down to mid-wicket. Just a single brings England captain Stuart Broad to the wicket. He's on to strike, rather. He's out there because Ravi Bopara just got out. Didn't get hold of a slower delivery from Bravo. Went straight up and Bravo did his own cleaning up. That sort of off-speed delivery, off-break type delivery. Bopara wasn't very close to it and got into the shot a bit too early. Another slower delivery from Bravo. Ends the 15th over. It's 102 for 7. So 5 overs to go. Samuel's bowling his 4th. It just looks to be just a single. And it's not looking good for England. 13.8 required now from here on. 3 wickets to go. To take it till the end, it will be Nick Knight and with him Ian Bishop.
Thanks, Jeffrey. .68 from 29 seems to be a foregone conclusion with only 3 wickets left. Nick, how will Stuart Broad reflect on team selection based on the way the slower bowlers have gone in this contest so far?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the rationale behind the team selection was probably fair enough. It's easy in hindsight. All the chat out there on the pitch beforehand was the pitch is going to go through, and probably England are better off playing their seamers rather than their spin options. But of course, in hindsight now, the ball has turned, which I think has surprised 1 or 2. And perhaps in the next game, I don't know if we're playing on a fresh pitch, but certainly in the next game they may look to bring in the likes of young Stephen Parry. Moeen Ali may get an option. I mean, Joe Root would have played, and that would have provided another spin option if he'd have been fit. But yeah, you make a good point, and maybe upon reflection and in hindsight they may change for the next game.
I wonder as well if I can capture your thoughts on how they've played spin. Obviously haven't played it well today? Is that a continuing mental or technical issue?
Yeah, again, it's a good point. It's something that follows England around, and many of us felt before this innings started that there you go, more indications of the turn, the spin we've been talking about. I think that's what will concern England. You're right, moving forward, that when the pace is taken off the ball, there's a little bit of spin, England struggle. They have an excellent batting coach in Graham Thorpe, of course, who'll be in their ears trying to work out methods. Paul Collingwood, of course, was belligerent against spin. He's now in the setup as well. Just having a little check here. I think that's okay. That's absolutely fine. I can tell you, Bish, they work very hard on it, and supporters and followers back home that watch England recently and over the years will be surprised at that possibly. They work very hard on trying to find a way. They've just got to work a bit harder, I'm afraid.
.107 for 7. Difficult for England. The West Indies were superb in their opening partnership with the bat. It followed through with Samuels towards the back end of the innings, and Samuels has finished his bowling spell of 4 overs for 21 runs and 2 wickets. So he's had an excellent all-round game today. Now Andre Russell, as a fellow Jamaican, comes on. Pace on the ball proving a disadvantage so often today.
Whilst things look a little bit gloomy for England, conversely things are looking good for the West Indies, aren't they? Moving forward with this type, balance of side with a World T20 in Bangladesh.
Yeah, most of the team, apart from Darren Bravo, Fidel Edwards and Kyron Pollard, who is only now recovering from the last T20 championships, are still present. And Dwayne Smith has picked up some T20 form. So even though Pollard is a huge miss for them because of he's a three-dimensional player, fielding, bowling, middle-order batting, the majority of this team were in that World T20 winning squad. So it's a lot of experience, a lot of skill. Key really for Otis Gibson is the versatility that comes with the bowling. So many guys can contribute with the ball. If it turns, there are guys taking pace. If it's seam, they've got options there. Krishma Santoki didn't play today. He may play next match. Form of the batting, though, has to be consistent. It hasn't been recently. Unfortunate. 2 boundaries in the over, one off the outside edge, now one off the inside edge.
Yeah, stroke of luck really, but a little bit too much width and length. There you go, see the length? That's what enables the batsman just to get the power and the bat speed. In the end he gets lucky.
David Lloyd is there somewhere, is he?
He's in that top section, there's no one up there. He's chatting to himself.
$119 for 7.
Okay, so those who are in the ball before Pakistan, just letting you know, there is no photo booth that you can take your working memories with you.
T20 contest offers the fans throughout the world a party atmosphere, celebration atmosphere, and they thoroughly enjoyed themselves over that side of the ground, and also the date section. Dwayne Bravo. Wondering here if Stuart Broad is actually limping for the last couple of minutes or so. Every time he breaks into a jog or a sprint, he seems to be hobbling.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and he only bowled 2 overs. See if we can pick anything up here. Just doesn't look quite right, does he there? He just pulls up fairly short. I wonder why he maybe only bowled 2 overs. Maybe it was tactical, maybe he's just feeling a little niggle.
Well done by Andre Russell. It's another feature of this West Indies team. So many of the players are good across the ground.
Yeah, they look a very complete side, don't they? When you look at what's required in 2020 cricket, it's an important part of the game, and they've excelled in that. In the field, they have lots of athletic fielders. He's one of them.
Don't want to give the wrong impression. There are 3 or 4 exceptions. The majority of them are good. Excellent bowling, and he's outgone. It's a calamity for the England captain. It sums up the day.
Yeah, it does sum up the day. Brilliant work from the wicketkeeper. Never easy to throw it down so quick. Stuart Broad was absolutely nowhere. Didn't seem to know where it had gone. We were just talking about whether there's a little niggle. Great throw with a glove on, and you can see there he's not quite fit. And that maybe is an indication that there's a slight problem somewhere. Whether it be a hamstring, let's hope it's not serious. Not a good day then for the England captain. He goes for 5, 123 for 8.
James Treadwell replaces Stuart Broad. Meaty blow. And 6 hit with the wind.
Very good innings and 35 from just 21 for Bresnan. So not too many positives out of the day, but I thought he bowled pretty well. Went for 36 from his 4. Batting well here.
It's probably one concern for the West Indies in that Andre Russell's bowling is yet to regain or to get up to an acceptable level. His overall economy rate in T20 internationals is over 10. And for such a hugely gifted and hugely talented cricketer, he is struggling to gain a level of acceptance with his bowling. There's wrong choices at times. Generally, I think it's wrong choices. Similar to Jay Dernbach, he doesn't have the variety of Dernbach. Just looking at the, I think it's a wicket abroad again.
You can see there, right there. It's possibly a problem with the right hamstring, somewhere around there. Very gingerly going round.
Treadwell will have to continue running.
Well, we're talking about the fielding. Again, great athleticism. Probably should have been one. I don't know if Treadwell was late taking off. But he was, in the end, absolutely nowhere near. Very, very good from Russell. Yeah, he's pretty late taking off. Again, that's excellent. That really is. So a good day for Treadwell with the ball, not with the bat. He goes for 1 from 1, 133 for 9.
133 for 9, last over about to begin, and 38 runs required. Straight is a good way to go, but short of the boundary, and Bresnan throws his head in the air.
Probably out of frustration, really. It's an excellent hand, 42 from 25. Picks a slow ball this time.
It's barely gotten in frame, Treadwell. Christopher Henry Gale, he went down in installments, but he stopped it.
He still looked cool doing it as well. Have a look at this, folks. Trapped it.
He partnered Dwayne Smith very well. Smith got the West Indies off to a flyer earlier today. Chris Gale played his own part. 43 to him, so it's good for the West Indies that the top order fired today as opposed to the one-day internationals. It's given them an outstanding day. Completely outplayed England.
Yeah, you're being kind. 32 then. From one ball. It's been that sort of a day for England. They may well reflect upon selection. They may feel they got that wrong, but same old problems for England, I'm afraid, against spin and pace off the ball, and what is essentially a very good pitch here. Pitches are only going to get slower and lower where they're going. And the air will be safe. And we'll go for 4. So 143 for 9 in the end. It's all really been about the West Indies. Chase down of 170 at half-time looked as if it was a reasonable chase on, as I say, what is an excellent surface here. But Badri set the tone.